anonymously donating money to charities in their name, forcing public eyes to turn toward them. Months passed. My body was weak, but my spirit was unbreakable. By the time I returned to the city, the storm had long melted, but the one I carried inside me was just beginning. I arranged a charity gala under my foundation's name. Invitations went out to the elite, including Daniel's family. They came, unaware that the woman they abandoned in the snow was the one hosting the event. I'll never forget the moment they entered the hall and saw me on the stage. My dress shimmered under the lights, my wheelchair gleaming like a throne. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Daniel's mother's face went pale. Some people, I said into the microphone, believe strength is measured by what you can stand on. The true strength is what you rise with, when the world leaves you crawling. The applause that followed was deafening. Daniel looked shattered, realizing too late that I had never been weak. I turned my gaze toward him and smiled, a small, cold smile. To my husband, I said, and his family, who taught me what betrayal feels like. Without you, I wouldn't have discovered the power of standing tall without ever standing at all. The courtroom was packed that morning, the air heavy with tension and curiosity. I sat in my wheelchair at the front, dressed in a sleek black suit that matched the calm expression on my face. My husband's family sat across from me, whispering, glaring, and pretending to still hold some power. They didn't, not anymore. Months ago, they had thrown me into a blizzard, thinking my paralysis made me helpless. They laughed while shutting the door behind me, never knowing that the woman they discarded was worth $101 million and had every resource to make them kneel. When the bailiff called the court to order, Daniel refused to look at me. His mother clutched her pearls dramatically as if she were the victim. His father sat stiff, his jaw tight, his pride already bruised by the headlines outside the courthouse. Reporters waited in the hall, whispering about the billionaire widow who came back from the dead. It wasn't far from the truth. They had buried me in snow, and now I was about to bury them in evidence. My lawyer, Mr. Kane, stood beside me, sharp as a blade. He didn't need to shout to command attention, his confidence did that for him. Your Honor, he began, my client was abandoned by her husband and in-laws after an accident left her paralyzed. They stripped her of her rights, threw her out into a snowstorm, and attempted to seize her assets. What they didn't know is that Mrs. Hayes is the legal owner of multiple properties and the primary stakeholder in the trust they were secretly stealing from. The courtroom buzzed with murmurs. Daniel's lawyer tried to object, but the judge raised her hand. Proceed, she said. The judge was a woman who had seen every form of greed and cruelty in her career, but even she looked shaken as evidence was projected on the screen.